Welcome to Cory's Stories. Are you ready to meditate with Cory?
Hi, my friend. I wanted to just jump in for a quick minute just before you listen to your story and say, if you love Heidi and Cherry and you love Tucker and Leo and you think you would like to be in one of their clubs, go to the link below my video and you can join the Cat Club or the Tucker and Leo Club, or you can join both the clubs called Raining Cats and Dogs. It's a club where you get 3 or 5 or 2 exclusive stories every month that are sent to you, and you get to have your name mentioned in those stories. If that's something that you want, then talk to your guardians, your mom, your dad, your auntie, your grandma, whoever it is that helps to take care of you, and ask them if you can join the Cat Club or the Dog Club. Okay, enjoy my story. I love you so much. Bye. Bye.
Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Make sure that you're all comfortable and warm and snug in your bed. That way you can relax your body. You can let go of your busy day. And hopefully, eventually, you'll fall fast asleep as you listen to the story. Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya had gone over to Tucker and Leo's house. They were excited because Tucker and Leo's parents were having a Christmas party, and they'd been invited. They were even more excited about going over to Tucker and Leo's house to be humans at the Christmas party. This would be a first. Cherry said, "OMG, I can't wait. I mean, being at a Christmas party when you're a cat, I mean, it's great and all and everything. But can you imagine being at a Christmas party and being human? We can dance like humans. We can party like humans. We can celebrate. We can socialise. We can do all those things. And, Poe's coming. Sasha's coming. It's going to be so nice. Mr. Kitty's coming." Vaya said, "Oh yes, it's been so long since I've seen Mr. Kitty. I can't wait." "I just can't wait," she said. When the cats got over to Tucker and Leo's house, Tucker opened the door really quick. Come on in. Are you excited? I'm so excited. There were lots and lots of people already at Tucker and Leo's house. Christmas music was playing. There was loads of Christmas lights and blown up Christmas people, like Santa and Rudolph. There was a blown up snowman on the lawn. It was very, very festive. The house was buzzing. There must have been about 30 different people, kids, adults. Everyone was stood around drinking or talking. Some people were already dancing. Everybody had party hats on. Some people were dressed up as Santa. Some people were dressed up very, very fancy in like their fancy Christmas clothes. When you wear like your fancy Christmas dress and things like that. Tucker had already been outside, dug up his stone from underneath the Buddha statue, and was holding it in his hand. Tucker said, Let's go inside. Leo's already waiting. I think we need to maybe go on the back garden and hold my stone up under the moon, and that way the moonlight can do its magic. So come on, let's go." The cats went through all the people in the house, followed Tucker, and Leo came outside as well. Tucker held up his magical stone up to the moonlight. Within a few moments, the stone lit up. The golden veins inside of the stone got really, really bright. And then his angel appeared in the stone. She was flying gracefully in the sky, looking down on Tucker. She smiled at him and said, "You get one wish. Just one wish." And once again, like always, Tucker asked if himself and Leo and his friends could all be humans for the night. By the time Tucker turned round, he was already his human self, staring at Leo, Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya. Without realizing, Sasha, Mr. Kitty, Deangelo, and Poe had followed. Very shortly, someone had let them in at the front door, and they were all stood. A big crowd of pre-teens, all smiling back at him, very excited about the Christmas party. Tucker looked down at what he was wearing. He was wearing a black button-up shirt and some black slacks with his black Vans. He looked quite fancy. Cherry was wearing a black dress with a red sash around the middle and a big bow on the bum part of it. She had flat red ballerina shoes on, and she had a bow in her red ginger hair. She smiled at Tucker. "OMG, Tucker, you look so fancy." Tucker said, "You don't look bad yourself. Are you ready for the party?" Cherry said, "Am I ready? I've been ready for ages. I'm so ready, so ready." Leo had got on a white button-down shirt with some black pants. Heidi was wearing a pink dress with a black belt around the middle and black pumps. Vaya was wearing a grey, silver, puffy net dress. It had a grey belt with a big bow on the back. She had a grey headband on. She also had some little grey gloves on that looked super cute that went halfway up her arms. And she had grey, flat ballerina shoes. She turned around and saw Deangelo. Deangelo was wearing a suit jacket with a polo shirt underneath it and some grey slacks. He had on his black Vans to match the black jacket, and he looked very, very suave. Seeing them all dressed up like this was so cool. Poe was wearing a blue t-shirt, and he had on some blue trousers. He had a grey sweater tied around his shoulders. He looked very, very European and suave, which totally suited Poe. And Sasha, she looked amazing. She had a gold dress on with gold slippers and a gold headband. And Leo could barely breathe. He walked straight over to Sasha and said, "Wow, hi, you look so great. Merry Christmas," Sasha said. "Yeah, Merry Christmas, Leo. It's been a while. It's so nice to see you again." Leo blushed. Sasha blushed. Tucker announced that they should all go inside. The Christmas music was blaring through the patio doors onto the back garden. And when they went inside, they went first of all over to the punch bowl. Tucker's mum had made a Christmas punch. It was bright red. It had Sprite, cranberry juice, and pineapple juice in it, and it was so good. They all got a little cup of punch and started to mingle at the Christmas party. All of Tucker's aunties and uncles and cousins, the neighbours from all over the street were there. There was different kids there. There was babies. There was smaller kids running around, screaming, playing. There were older kids that were older than Tucker and Leo and everyone in their teens. And they were just like hanging out, trying to look cool. It was pretty obvious that they'd all grouped off into different groups. Tucker's grandma and granddad were there. They were sat on the sofa, chatting to each other, smiling, drinking the punch. It felt very festive. The energy of the house was super happy. Everybody was excited about the holidays. Everybody was in a good mood. And, when there's Christmas music playing, everything's happy. What's not to like about Christmas music? Wham came on and Last Christmas started to play and Cherry said, "OMG, I love this one. Tucker, you want to dance?" Tucker said yeah, surprisingly. Maybe Tucker was feeling super brave. They went over to a section of the living room where all the furniture had been moved and some people were already dancing. Last Christmas was quite a slow song. So Tucker remembered everything he'd learned at school when they did dance class. He remembered that one time they were all in the main hall and everybody had to pair up with a partner, and they were shown by the dance teacher how to do basic waltz steps, when you slow dance with someone. He pulled out his moves on Cherry and Cherry was like, "OMG, where did you learn to dance?" Tucker said, "Don't you remember when we did it at school?" Cherry said, "No, I don't. I must have been sick or something. I don't remember that." She was looking down at Tucker's feet and she kept stepping on his toes. Luckily, he didn't feel very much through his Vans and he kept laughing at her. He said, "Just follow me. When I step back, you step forward. When I step forward, you step back. When I step to the left, you step to the left. When I step to the right, you step to the right. Just follow me." It's basically like you're making a cross with your feet. I go back, you come forward, you go forward, I go back, blah, 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 blah. He'd got one hand on her waist and Cherry had got one hand on his shoulder and then their other hands were joined. Cherry's palms got really sweaty. Tucker's hand got really sweaty. And all of a sudden, they both became really conscious of the fact that their hands were sweating. But neither of them said anything. She started to look down at his feet again and follow his steps. And after a few minutes, they got it. She was really good at it. And then they could relax and just laugh and talk. Deangelo asked Vaya if she wanted to dance, and she said yes. Poe asked Heidi if she wanted to dance. She said yes. Leo asked Sasha. He was brave, confident, and he wasn't going to miss out on being able to dance with Sasha. She said yes. So there they were, all in the middle of the living room at Tucker's house, in the middle of the Christmas party, dancing to Wham. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. One of the bestest Christmas songs ever. When the song was over, a really bubbly, lively Christmas song came on, and they all started jumping around, dancing, laughing with each other, having the bestest time. I mean, Christmas parties are great when you're a cat or a dog, but being human, this was so cool. They ate so much, they danced, they intermingled with cousins and uncles and aunties and grandmas. At one point, Granddad took his teeth out and made funny faces, and all of them thought that that was absolutely hilarious. It was amazing, and they had the best night. And the best part about it is that Christmas is going to be really, really soon. So they were all hyper and excited. At one point, they went outside to get some fresh air and they were all talking about what they were going to buy each other for Christmas. That was cute. The night was a great success and the Christmas party, as humans, was amazing. But eventually, it had to end. And it did. And they all went back to being cats and dogs. Sasha went back to Mexico. Deangelo became Mr. Kitty again and went off to go live with Isabel. Poe went back home and probably wrote a lot of poetry about Heidi and the night. Heidi, Cherry and Vaya went home, and Tucker and Leo went and laid on the dog bed. Leo was daydreaming about Sasha. He told Tucker that he'd had the bestest time and it was really nice to see her again. And he hated the fact that she lived all the way in Mexico. Maybe he'd see her again over the holidays though, because she said that she would be coming back. Definitely, at some point. And Tucker was just staring up at the fan, thinking about how cute Cherry looked in that black dress with the red bow. Leo and Tucker were both in their own little worlds, thinking about their things, as they eventually both fell fast asleep. The end.